You want to know my very favorite trading setup? It has to do when a stock basically rallies on news that should be sold into. And through the lens of technical analysis, what ends up usually happening is that a stock like that goes into vertical overshooting mode. I'll show you in the charts in a second. And also, it usually ends up happening into a lot of technical resistance. Now, the very specifics to the trade setup, I'm going to actually reserve this one for our paying clients because this is such an amazing trade setup. But I want to show you the basics of it so you can get your head around it and so you can understand what we look at every week, or one of the strategies we look at every week. Now, the stock I'm talking about is a company called Skyworks Solutions. The ticker symbol is SWKS. And what happened to this stock, and I'll show you in the chart in a second, is it rallied very, very strongly over the past few weeks. And then just yesterday, February the 6th, I think it was, it rallied like another 11, 12%. On news that, quite frankly, from a fundamental perspective, should be sold into, as the company actually guided lower, but they did announce a stock buyback. Now, I don't want to dismiss stock buybacks. Those are important forces to move stocks. But just wait until you see what's happening to the stock here. Now again, they're very specific trades that I'm going to reserve those for our Clubhouse members, but I want to give you the idea and more importantly, how we found this specific trade. I think that's more important. So let's have a look. As usual, we're going to scroll over here to our trading station, not to be confused with TradeStation, that's something different. But look at this. This is the stock here on the daily chart. And again, this is stock called SWKS. You see this little cross here? This is actually our proprietary indicator giving us a signal to be bearish on it for a trade. Now, I want you to look at this. Stock rallied about 25% or so off these lows over the past few weeks. And just yesterday, then finished it off, topped it off, the icing on the cake with another 11% blow off. On the back of earnings, but really the rally was based off of this announcement of a stock buyback, which again, we don't want to fight that, but there's a ton of technical resistance coming in here, from this to this red line to on the weekly chart. You can see that even the 200-week moving average is becoming resistance. So without going into too much detail, I want to show you how I found the trade. What I did is I pulled up our Market Rover Pro, and yes, it's once again the Market Rover that we talk about. And what I did is I simply clicked on this little column here. It says VX, which is our proprietary indicator to find extremely overbought and oversold conditions. And so when I click on Skyworks here, it'll populate the stock over on the right-hand side. You can see record volume as well. So this is definitely a stock that, oops, you didn't even see it. It's over here. This is where the chart is. Record volume, dramatically overbought. See the little red dot? It's the same thing that I showed you here on this chart. And so there's an opportunity for us to do something on the bearish side in this stock. Again, the exact details of the trade I'll reserve to our paying clients for this one. But I just want you to see how easy it was to find this idea. Literally just a matter of clicking on the vertical X at the end of the day. In fact, after the close. And now we have an opportunity to look at something here for a trade on the bearish side. Now, what I'm going to do on Friday, February 8th is very important. I've been showing you guys this, Market Rover Pro for the past few months. I'm going to hold a very special webinar, and I would love for you to join to show you exactly what this tool is all about. I just showed you a trade that it literally just gave us yesterday, i.e. after the close, something we're going to look at today. But I'm going to show you the entire process, everything that this tool does. This tool not only gives you super good trading ideas, pop-up trade alerts, everything, it'll also give you perspective needed to make money in the market. So join us. There's a link down below or in the email if you got this by email. The webinar is going to take place, oops, I should probably, there you go. It's going to take place Friday, February 8th. 10 a.m. Eastern, that's New York time, 7 a.m. Pacific. We're going to talk about all the stuff that this tool does. You're going to absolutely love it. And I'm convinced that once you see how awesome this is, you're never going to look back at a different way of investing and trading. So again, that's February 8th at 10 a.m. Eastern. That's 10 a.m. New York time, 7 a.m. Pacific. And with that, I'm going to be out skiing next week, so I'm not quite sure how many more of these videos I'm going to do, or how many I'm going to do next week. Maybe I'll do one from the slopes if there's a trade idea. But I look forward to seeing you guys in that webinar. Again, I'm going to show you everything that this tool is all about. I know a lot of you people have been asking. That's why I'm doing the webinar. And I'll see you there. Take care.